Hi and welcome to another episode of Cafe Chronicles. Today we're going to be looking at the budget build Cafe Racer with the KZ750 and we're going to start the tuning process. So let's get stuck in.
Something that happened off camera last week while we were messing around, apparently our bike's only running on 3 cylinders. Sounds pretty good for only running on 3 cylinders. Maybe it wants to be a Triumph, I don't know. However, we found one of the carb boots was leaking pretty bad against the cylinder head. New carb boots are very, very expensive. So one old farmer's trick, for lack of a better term, that we found was a mixture of wintergreen oil and some other sort of solvent. We're using rubbing alcohol. So we have a mix of wintergreen and rubbing alcohol in this jar. It is a pickle jar. If any pickle companies want to sponsor us, I am from Eastern Europe and Steve could eat. But
I was going to say, what pickle thing are you going to throw in for me here?
So we've had this sitting for about 4 days now. Let's see if our rock hard hockey puck carb boots have softened up at all. So being jammed in this little pickle jar, the rubber did have to bend a little bit. I was hoping that rubber being rubber, it would be completely fine. It looks like it has deformed a little bit. We're gonna hit it with a heat gun to see if it'll relax and go back to its original shape. We may have goofed, we'll find out. These are the ones that we're most interested in. So, interesting enough, I think these are a little bit softer than they used to be. These weren't really a problem. There were a couple of hard spots in these just from being cooked off over the years. But with these a little bit more pliable, it should be easier to move the carburetors around. This was the tricky one. So these are the boots, or the carb holders that sit against the engine. This ridge here, if this is solid, it won't seal very well. And this spot here that's actually very, very squishy now, so I'm gonna call this experiment a success, is what, well, not that we had any problems with it sealing against the carb, but this is where if it's super hard, you're gonna have difficulty both getting the carb in and having it seal up when you squish down. folks. So we tried the wintergreen. The carb boots did soften up a lot. It made it a little bit better. Unfortunately, it didn't soften it up enough. We're still having some leakage between the carb boot and the manifold, so the only solution now is to just bite the bullet and order new carb boots. So we're going to throw those on order. Unfortunately, if we're having some leaks, we can't get started with the idle drop. We can't start tuning the carbs because right now we're tuning around a problem. So we need to solve the problem first. And this is the worst part about building these bikes. We're waiting for USPS. So we'll keep you all posted on what's going on, but hopefully next week you can watch us do everything that we did today, but with new parts instead of used parts. And then we can just be one step closer to getting this on the road, or at least running normally. So really the only thing holding us up right now from doing our first ride is to get the engine running smoothly. So if we get these carb boots in time, get everything lined up, synced up, get the engine ready to go, take it for a spin around the block, see what shakes loose. Thank you guys so much for watching. We appreciate your interest in our journey. Stay safe and we'll see you next Saturday.